So a lot of you guys asked me this question for the longest period of time. How do I sell my excess equipment? Now, this is a topic that almost 80% of you guys are not going to be bothered about, except for the 20% of you guys who are actually watching this video. Huge kudos to you. So after watching this entire video, I urge you to re-watch this video again and again and again and again. Not to boost the video's algorithm, not to boost my channel's algorithm, nothing like that, like don't drop a like on this video. I don't need any help with boosting this video, which no one will watch. Trust me, I don't really need your help. Stop. Damn it, you already liked the video. Now, a lot of you guys have asked me this question, right? So how can we settle our equipment? Just trim it down a little bit. So right now I'm at 5,906. Which is going to be a nightmare. So I'm going to give you like the easy version of how I manage my equipment on a daily basis. Not so much on the deeper details on how I then micromanage the rest of my equipment sets, because every single set is going to be treated a little bit differently. I don't really want to go so deep into that right now. Now, we're going to have a few steps here. I'm just going to list the steps out in the chapters itself. So take a look down in the watch bar thing, like wherever you are in the video, right? I will have chapters in it, so that it's going to be a lot easier for you to assess these individual steps. Now, just follow according to these steps and you're going to have a clean inventory like super easily. It's going to take you like 5 minutes at most. Okay, now the first step is to go into your basic filters. Things have changed a little bit, by the way. So like how this menu even looks like right now. I want you to go all the way to the bottom, initial secondary attributes, and select 0, 1, and 2. This is going to show you all the elite pieces and below. We're just going to bulk sell all of them because they are going to give us a less stat value per equipment piece, right? So for example, I have a couple of them over here that I still use for some reason. Like for example, this piece over here, as you can see, at plus 15, we only actually have 3 additional stats, which is not worth it in my opinion. So actually this piece is actually very much worth a sell. I'm actually going to sell it. And I went ahead to sell a bunch of other stuff as well. Okay, so anyway, this will get rid of all the elite and weaker pieces, whatever you call it. And at the end of your first step, make sure to go back to all initial secondary attributes so that you're looking at all your equipment pieces once again. Now here's the second step, which is going to be a little bit confusing. We're actually going to filter for our win pieces over here, just the win pieces. And we are going to select 4 initial secondary attributes. So we are looking at flawless win type equipment pieces. All of these pieces over here, we are looking for a speed substat. Right, it's just a speed substat, not a speed main stat, because if you select speed main, you're not going to get anything. Yeah, nothing, because there is no speed main for your win sets. Now, all of these equipment pieces will be flawless equipment pieces with a speed substat, which is very important for you to lock, because this is going to be the best way for you to acquire your penta row or something like that, right? If you luck out on a quad or a penta row with one of these pieces, it's going to be huge. It doesn't matter whether the rest of the substats suck, as long as the speed is huge, that is going to give you a very big advantage in not just PvP content, but even PvE content as well. So even in PvE content, it doesn't matter whether the rest of the substats suck, as long as you have a lot of speed, your support expert is going to do a very good job with their role. So this is the second step. Now the third step is to go back into your basic filters. I want you to uncheck your win pieces, and now I want you to check all the 2 set pieces, which is your growth, your fiery, your stone vein, avatar, recurve, Aegis, Immensus, Enchanted, Light, and Blessing if you do have them. And what I want you to do now is to lock all of these. So all of these equipment pieces should retain the existing secondary attribute requirement, which is your speed substat. So very much like your win pieces, you also want to lock all of your flawless pieces over here that has a speed substat, because this is going to be very crucial, just similar to the win set, for example, right? You want to maximize on your speed, so go ahead and lock all your flawless win pieces. I mean your flawless speed sub in your 2-piece sets. Alright, that took a super long time. In hindsight, it actually doesn't make sense for your boot pieces because you kind of want them to have the speed main. So I'm actually going to go ahead and uncheck non-speed mains over here. So this is something that I overlooked. Don't lock pieces like this, which isn't a speed main, if it's a boot piece. Unless of course the substats are really good, right? Unless it has like crit rate, crit damage, all that kind of good stuff, then yeah, please go ahead and lock it up. If it's something like this, I wouldn't recommend you to lock it. Instead, I would recommend you to sell it. Now, this is the end of the third step. I need you to undo all your changes. So for example, remove all your secondary attribute selection, which is just your speed sub, and remove all of these filters as well. I want you to select for every single set here. Oh, in the last part, make sure you're selecting all initial secondary attributes as well. Now, this is going to be the fun part because this is going to clear out a lot of your equipment pieces. So right now, I have almost 5,900 equipment. let's see how much we can sell with this very quick process. So the first thing that you need to do is to select your flat attack and your flat defense. Two of them, just two of them, that's good enough. And I want you to just bulk sell everything, because all of these pieces, they have very little value because they are equipment pieces with 2 flat stats. So like for example, in this piece over here, we have flat defense, we have flat attack. It's not gonna be worth a lot, especially since you need a lot of different substats like crit rate, crit damage, speed, accuracy, attack percentage, all that kind of stuff. So having 2 flat stats is actually very detrimental. So this is the first part done, 1 flat attack and 1 flat defense. Now we're gonna remove the flat defense, we're gonna add flat HP. So now we're taking a look at 2 flat stats, but not the same combination. So we can go ahead, select all, bulk sell again. That is going to give us like 2.6 million. And now we're going to triangulate this process. We're going to remove the flat attack. We're going to select flat defense. So this covers every single ground where we have double flat stats in any piece, any of our equipment pieces. But this is probably not all, and this is going to be an optional stat for you guys. So I'm going to take this step one step further. So I'm going to select flat attack and resistance, and I'm actually going to sell everything with a flat attack and a resistance piece. I mean, this is completely up to you. Some players feel that there is value in a resistance piece. I personally feel that there is value in resistance as well, but I don't feel like having a flat attack is going to benefit your resistance piece all that much. So I'm actually going to go ahead and select next flat defense and resistance as well. So just bulk sell it. And now the last combination here is going to be flat HP and resistance. Alright, so now it seems like we have covered all our grounds, but that's actually not true. Okay, so there is still one more thing that we need to do. So we're going to uncheck everything for the time being. Go back to our basic filters and select for initial secondary attributes 3. So we're actually going to look at superior equipment pieces right now, and we are going to drill down on those superior equipment pieces with a flat stat. Now the reason why I'm selecting this is because there is a good chance that when you upgrade it, you're probably going to get another flat stat. For example, I'm not going to be too bothered about upgrading every single one of these pieces to try to ensure that all of them would not be double flat stats after upgrading them to +3, for example. I don't have that kind of time. So that's why I'm doing this step, which is possibly going to be optional depending on who you are as a player, where you are in the current state of the game. It might still be a good idea for you to keep some of these equipment pieces because you can upgrade to +3. Maybe you get a speed roll and then your equipment becomes like near perfect, for example, right? But for me personally, I'm just going to go ahead and sell all my superior equipment pieces with a flat attack stat. So I'm just going to bulk sell. This is going to get me another 6.5 million. And the same thing, I'm actually going to remove the flat attack here, select 1 flat defense and bulk sell again. This is going to net me 8.6 million. I know I'm selling some of these +15 pieces here. The reason why I'm selling them off is because I've already unlocked them because I don't need them at all. And then next we have the HP flat. Select all 10 million. Oh my goodness, juicy. And then finally, resistance. Will I do this? I don't think I'm going to do this because resistance is still going to be essential. It's just that I don't like resistance as a substat with another flat stat. So I'm actually not going to sell my resistance superior equipment. I think they still have certain value. I mean, of course, if I really need gold, I can, 12 million. Nice. Now, for the most part, this is a place where you can actually stop on a daily basis. But I'm going to go further, one more additional cleanup step, which is going to fully clean up the rest of your useless equipment pieces. So what I need you to do is first select your ring sets, not your ring set, all the equipment under the ring category. And this is super important. I want you to go to attribute filter. I want you to select all the flat attacks, all the flat defense, all the flat HP, and all the resistances. There are no ring resistance pieces, but this is going to come in handy for the later slots. Now, what I want you to do now is to just completely bulk sell all of these pieces, because as you can see, these pieces shouldn't be a flat stat. They should be like a crit damage or something like that, but they should not be a flat stat. So yeah, please go ahead and bulk sell all of these pieces here. That would be an additional 1 million. Now, this win piece, I locked it earlier on at the start of this video, right? And the reason, like I said, is because I'm trying to push for a penta roll speed here. And if I do get a penta roll, this is going to have some value, even though it's a flat main. Now, next, we are going to uncheck your rings. We are actually going to select your headphones. We are going to do the same thing. Actually, can I do boots as well? Oh my god, I can do everything at once. Okay. So this update is actually really good. So you can actually select all 3 and just completely bulk sell everything at once. But just a quick double check, right? We are actually selling flat mains and resistance mains as well. I don't think resistance mains are that good right now. I don't think so. I might be wrong in the future, but for now, I think it's kind of like a waste of stats. So we're just going to bulk sell 2.2 million. Very nice. And that pushes us down to 2.7k equipment pieces left. And that's it. So this entire process should not take you any more than 5 minutes. If you're in the groove, you can probably get this done in like 3 minutes or so. Just make sure that you don't make any careless mistakes. Don't accidentally sell any of your percentage equipment pieces. Don't make the same mistake that I did before. I actually made that mistake once. I got back millions of gold worth of attack percentage equipment pieces that I didn't want to sell in the first place. Yeah, so horrible mistake that I did back then. So just pay attention to the equipment that you're trying to sell, and with time you're going to understand the process a lot more, and it's gonna come a lot more naturally as well. So yeah, this is the video. If you still feel confused by this entire process, feel free to rewatch this video as many times as you need to, so that you can support the channel, so that you can sell your equipment pieces, But I hope you guys enjoyed today's content. If you did, don't forget to thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and subscribe for more Dislyte content. Now with that said, this has been Derry Free to Play, and as always, I will see you in the next video.